College tuition in Oklahoma has increased by more than 17% in the past 6 years, creating an obstacle for many Oklahomans seeking a degree. 4 state universities are trying to help students overcome that hurdle through the use of programs designed to bring down the overall cost of a college education and reduce heavy student loan repayments.
Getting a college education does not come cheaply. According to the University of Oklahoma, the estimated cost of attending OU, including tuition and fees, room and board, and books, could total more than $19,000 a year for an Oklahoma resident. Last year, OU implemented flat-rate tuition and mandatory fees for students carrying 12 or more hours per semester. Students now pay for 15 hours, regardless of whether they're taking as few as 12 or as many as 18. OU is pushing the program with the slogan, Think 15, encouraging students to carry at least 15 hours per semester. OU Registrar Matt Hamilton says the goal is to encourage students to graduate in 4 years, reducing their overall cost.
The bottom line is if your graduation rate is up, you are actually, producing citizens that, are either going on to grad school or getting engaged in their career, sometimes quicker maybe than they would have otherwise.
The university also offers a summer banking program in which students can take fewer hours in the spring and fall, then add hours in summer without having to pay additional tuition and fees.
What we saw was a dramatic increase in our summer enrollment, and actually a wonderful team aspect of seeing the faculty and administration come forth and offer more classes that would be beneficial for students throughout the summer semester as well.
The response from students appears to be positive. Senior Kayla Osborne admits she initially had her doubts.
Well, when I first heard about it, I was pretty skeptical because there are times with my classes when I have labs that I only take 13 or 14 hours. But I've really utilized the banked hours for summer classes and intersession classes. So I actually kind of like it now because I feel like I'm taking free classes even if I have already paid for it.
While OU was the first Oklahoma school to implement flat-rate tuition, the idea is spreading. The University of Science and Arts of Oklahoma, Langston University, and Oklahoma State University have all adopted flat-rate tuition for the 2014-2015 school year. Christy Hawkins is the Associate Vice President for Administration and Finance at OSU, where the flat rate is part of the school's Finish in 4 initiative. Hawkins says the program can provide significant cost savings for students who opt to take more hours.
For instance, if a student's taking 18 hours, a resident student is saving about $750 over what they would have paid last year. A non-resident student is saving about $2,000.
A flat rate doesn't work for everyone. Some students, for a variety of reasons, may take fewer than 15 hours a semester. Hawkins says those students can submit forms online requesting an exception from the flat rate.
So if a student, for instance, is in their last semester and they only need 12 hours, they can submit an exception form. It's reviewed and they would be approved in all likelihood for that situation. And so they go back to being charged on the per credit hour rate for the 12 hours they're taking.
OU offers similar exceptions for students nearing graduation or taking fewer hours because of conflicts with work or other obligations. While the flat rate program can help reduce student loan debt, another initiative at OU could nearly eliminate it for some students. Greg Garn is Dean of the Janine Rainbolt College of Education at OU. Garn says they've launched a new program called Debt-Free Teachers.
If a student will come to the University of Oklahoma, know that they're going to be a teacher, we will pay off their higher education debt. If they'll stay in the state for 4 years and they'll teach in a high-need area, we'll knock out up to $5,000 a year for those 4 years.
The program targets the high-demand areas of special education, science, math, early childhood education, and foreign language. Garn says it's hoped that by requiring teachers to remain in the state for 4 years, those educators will put down roots.
We think that's going to have a really positive upside for the state as well, versus people that just immediately upon graduation might see a higher salary in some other state and immediately transition out. We think we can hold those people here not just for the 4 years, but hopefully for an entire professional career.
The Debt-Free Teachers Program is funded entirely by private donors. OU has raised about $3.1 million so far, which would pay for debt forgiveness for about 10 students. The ultimate goal is to provide debt forgiveness for all students in the College of Education.